Welcome to an intro of Bitcoin blockchain technology and smart contracts. My name is Nico and I started my IT company 31 years ago. I live in Los Angeles County, California, and I have a degree in mechanical engineering. So, it all started with Satoshi Nakamoto, and it's a name used by an unknown person or group of people. And he designed Bitcoin and created the original blockchain. So, what is blockchain? Basically, I've come up with a sentence which I'll explain uh, word by word, and hopefully, if you understand this sentence, you will understand what blockchain is. So, first of all, it's a peer-to-peer uh, distributed ledger that records transactions between two parties. So there's no middleman. It uses a way of transferring value. So there's no middleman, there's no credit card company, and the transaction is validated by miners. It is completed instantly, and this allows value to be able to be moved around the world as information does. Decentralized trustless network. So the important word here is trustless. This system does not require you to trust anything or anybody. Uh, Today's systems relies on people that can create fraud, errors in systems. So it is a decentralized system similar to the internet. So basically, you need someone that you can trust to keep a ledger, like a credit card company or bank. So if you send $100 to somebody, you trust that the middleman will update the ledger, and that's why it's called a trusted third party. Now with Bitcoin, everybody has a copy of this ledger, so we have no need to trust a single entity, organization, or third party. This decentralized ledger is called the blockchain. A few interesting facts: 39% of the world's population do not have a bank account. And the second thing is, you'll never guess which company holds the most blockchain patents. And the answer is Bank of America. Bitcoin payments are irreversible to stop double spend. So it's an electronic transaction, so it's like sending a picture of your dog. There's always a copy on your computer of the picture of your dog when you send it to someone. So the whole point of blockchain is to ensure that once you sent that Bitcoin, you cannot send it again to someone else. In Japan, there's over 260,000 stores that accept Bitcoin. In the US, we've got Dell, Microsoft, PayPal, Tesla. Bitcoin is not anonymous. You can view the transactions online. And the reason that Bitcoin increases in value is there's a certain number that will ever be created, 21 million coins. May 22nd is celebrated as Bitcoin Pizza Day. It was the first transaction. A guy in England bought a pizza for a guy in the US for $41, 10,000 Bitcoin. That would be worth $25 million today. I think he wished he never bought that pizza. So blockchain works in the following fashion. You send a transaction from your computer, your account. It is then put in a block The network is notified of the transactions in the block. They then authenticate and approve the transaction as valid. Then the block is added to the chain, and then the money is transferred to the receiver. So every block is tied to the previous block. It's something called a hash. So the hash of the previous block is always in the next block, and so forth, so on. So if there's any tampering or any disruption of the blockchain, a copy from the ledger from some other miner is automatically replaced the corrupt or bad block. Digital wallets are places where you can open an account, transfer money from your bank, and then buy cryptocurrencies. Currently, Coinbase is a trusted US company, and you've also got Bitstamp. There's hundreds of them. And there's different ways you can store your money. It's hot storage, cold storage, and hard wallets. Hot storage means that they are available, your private key is always available, and cold storage is where you take the private key offline. Hot wallets are actually like USB sticks that contain your private keys. Smart contracts, which are part of Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies, basically, if you had to explain it, it's like a vending machine. So you know, if you put a quarter in the slot, you twist it, you expect a gumball to come out. So basically, a contract would then follow instructions and impose penalties and transfer value like currency once certain things are done. Blockchain mining. Some mining farms have over 25,000 rigs, mining rigs. These are specialized computers that have to solve complicated problems, and they're the ones that authenticate the actual transactions. They're called miners because once a block has been authenticated, the miner gets paid in Bitcoin, and that's the only way that new Bitcoin is created. So in other words, the only way to create more Bitcoin is to mine or to buy. There's a cost of transactions, and Bitcoin is a little on the high side. We have Ethereum, Dash, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and then Ripple, which has got the lowest at $0.0004. So currently, payment systems say you're a merchant with a low profit margin. Somebody buys a lunch for $20. They use a credit card. Credit card checks with the bank to make sure that guy has money. Sends money to the restaurant and charges 3%. And then you've got your annual fees and interest. With Bitcoin, you buy the lunch for $20. It goes directly to the vendor, $20, and the merchant has all the money, and the fees are usually a very small percentage, sometimes in the cents, like 6 cents, 10 cents. So it is 10 times more efficient. There's a certain cryptocurrency that's used for the Internet of Things. So basically, machines will transfer value to another machine. Say a autonomous car goes and gets gas. The autonomous car will send a cryptocurrency to the fueling device. Therefore, you'll have a machine-to-machine transaction. Here's a funny joke. It's Dilbert. I think we should uh, build a Bitcoin. Oh, um, does he understand what he said, or is it something he saw in a trade magazine ad? What color do you want the blockchain? I think mauve was the most has the most RAM. So a lot of misconceptions, a lot of misinformation. ICOs are basically like crowdfunding. It's an initial coin offering, so basically you can create your own crowdfunding platform and raise money for your project. Currently, SEC is kind of analyzing this because they want to make sure that the investor knows what they're getting into. I guess that doesn't apply with the stock market. So private blockchains, Bitcoin is a public blockchain. There's other blockchains that are done internally, like Ripple actually is a private blockchain. They control their cryptocurrency, and basically anybody in the world can create their own private blockchain. So in Zimbabwe, you'll notice that there's a note for $100 trillion, and I think you need 3 of those to get a loaf of bread. So federal banks have a tendency to print money, and it devaluates your currency. Cryptocurrency is fixed, so it'll never be devaluated. It'll actually increase in value. And when you have cryptocurrency, it's in your bank, not somebody's bank. You control your money.